The bogeyman's in the corner.
Danger, danger!
This is it. Don't get scared now.
What's going on, guys and gals, and welcome to Good Real Hunting. We're in for the good reels, so you don't have to. It's your boy Brad. Brett over here. Chris is underneath us. We have a special guest today as we're doing the top 5 A24 horror movies. Jess from Discount Final Girl is here with us. So welcome to the channel. Welcome to the party. And why don't you just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where they can find you?
Yeah, thanks for having me, you guys. I'm super excited to be joining. This is my first live stream ever, so really honored to do it with you guys. You're such pros. But yeah, if you don't know who I am Jess, or Discount Final Girl. I talk about horror. It's just something that I kind of fell into. I work from home, especially, going into a new corporate job a few years ago and then transitioning to work from home. I had to find something to keep my mind busy, or else it, would go a little crazy. So really enjoy doing that, and I really appreciate you guys for supporting me. So I'm excited to get started. I love A24. I love A24 movies, and I think it's going to be a really interesting discussion.
Oh, that's awesome. And again, we appreciate you being here and for giving us the honor of you this being your first ever live stream. So everybody in the chat, please make Jessica welcome to our group. And speaking of the chat, let's see who all is here. We got Danner Bobanner. What's going on? He says the witch, which Brad hates it being spelled that way.
Please, Birdie, it's the Vivitch. Everyone knows.
It crosses my eyes every time. Brett would say he sends it to me via text message format like that.
I do it just
and I'm like, I can't. I can't. But yeah, I get it. It's cool though.
I think we got Gory Tiger. What's going on, Gory Tiger? Brother Fluff, what's going on? That's Flame Flora. He also says the witch, and thank you for the correct spelling as well. We got Horde Head Heather. What's going on? I feel like I haven't seen that many A24 movies, but my favorite of the ones I have seen is Midsommar, even though Heather just picked up X recently, and I am getting her to watch it. So, Heather,
Excellent.
Watch X.
Heather, have you seen Men? It might change your mind.
And that is A24's Men, not actual men. We need to clear that up. So, and then, Jess, I think this is one of your followers. If not, welcome, Haley Gardner. How are you doing today? Great intro. Thank you so much. And then let's see here. Yeah, huge Discount Final Girl fan. So that's awesome. So we are glad you're here, Haley. Let's see here. And then Heather says, hey, Jess. And then we got Destiny in the house. What's going on, Destiny?
What's up, Destiny?
And Destiny, just real quick, she is so close. I think 5 more followers until 10K followers on Twitter. So let's be sure to get her there. She's so damn close. And then we also got our bots in the chat. So let me go ahead and block him real quick.
I got you squared away, Birdie.
Thank you. Thanks, Dennis.
Now, wait a second.
No,
You're blocking
Chris.
the offers of nudes? Come on, man.
Chris, yeah, I told you we cannot be having that. Like, you do that on your own time, but for a PG channel, please behave yourself, asshole.
Birdie, we are far from a PG channel.
I will guarantee with that, especially what we did last weekend. But we also got a bit of this, bit of that. Hello, everyone, a Discount Girl. So welcome to the channel. So let's see here.
Welcome. So
okay,
obviously, Jess's stuff, her YouTube channel and everything is down in our description, so check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Just hit 1,000 subscribers, by the way, so that's a big congratulations.
So you talk about this.
Yeah, that's it. 1K. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Congratulations. And like you mentioned earlier, it's like what better way to celebrate than hang out with us talking about A24.
I know. It's a dream come true. Thank you guys.
You're so welcome. And before we really get into things, to start off with the honorable mention, since some of the A24 movies we're talking about are a little bit newer, so spoiler alert. If you have not seen any A24 movies that we are talking about today, be sure to go watch them, and then you could come back and hang out with us in this stream. Or if spoilers don't bother you, let's freaking just continue on.
Yeah, and I don't think we're gonna give away anything too crazy, but yeah,
Well,
just
if
yeah, be aware,
A24 if
just in case.
A24's name gets mentioned, something might be.
I haven't seen it, and I don't know.
Well,
You guys are being crazy about it. I
well,
don't know.
I'll
We'll
just,
see what.
I'll just kick you out of the chat, man. But I do have a little behind the scene footage of A24's man if you want to see it real quick.
I don't
So
even
here
really
it is.
know.
I mean, it's a goddamn rat, man.
And I
Okay.
fucking knew that was. How did I not know?
I gotta.
Sorry.
I'm going to delete the clip, Bert. I think
No,
you've lost
once
the
an
privileges to the
episode.
clip.
You know the rule. That once
No,
an
you've lost.
episode.
You've lost it. I've got to get rid of it. So speaking of which, I saw. So I checked out some of your other videos you did, Jess, and it looks like you're a Rob Zombie fan as well, which is cool because it's cool. That's awesome because a lot of people aren't.
I know, yeah. It really stings to hear so many negative things being said about Rob Zombie and his movies because I'm such a fan. I feel like it was I don't know. I just have like a distinct memory of watching his Halloween for the first time and it just like never leaving me. And everything he's done after that, every movie I've seen after that, I obviously just love. So yeah, huge fan.
So awesome. And then yeah, and also I've noticed too from one of your latest videos of the 2000s, you are a fan of Jennifer Spotty, so I'm a fan of Jennifer Spotty as well, and some people in the chat as well. So hooray on that!
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone should love Jennifer's Body. I feel like that movie just has gotten better over time. So
Now
Absolutely.
you like.
I'm trying
worse
to
with
get
each
this
watch.
guy over here to watch Jennifer's Body again.
It's coming eventually. Yeah, I need to give it. It's been a long time.
give it another go.
Do you like? It's on our Slash It Out list. Spin Wheel. It's going to hit eventually, right, Birdie? I think at some point we're going to be seeing that.
Jennifer's Body versus Ginger Snaps.
That'll
Are
be
you
fun.
asking
Okay.
me?
No. So what I was going to ask you, do you prefer? Because Devil's Rejects is my jam. Do you like that, or do you like the Halloween more, the first one?
That's a really tough question. I feel like they're both really different movies, but if I had to pick for sentimental reasons, I would go with Halloween.
Fair enough. I dig it.
And are you Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 or 2?
Ooh, I like both of them. I do like both of them. I think 2 is more brutal, obviously, and 2 has more of a cult following, I feel like. But something about 1 just always has a special place in my heart.
Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. Just like liking both of them is still a win-win too. So let me get some more people in the chat real quick, and then we'll start with some honorable mentions. I saw Victoria was in the house here. Hey, y'all, can't stay long, but just wanted to pop in and say hello. Thank you so much, Victoria, for doing that.
Hello.
Bonjour.
We got Tanner Roberts. What's going on? Discount Final Girl is my favorite. That's awesome. And then we got ATGNAT podcast. Y'all couldn't buy her a mic.
I have one. Can you not
it's
hear
just-
me?
Like I tried to send one in time, but I just trust FedEx, man. Like I trust Matt Fauci to deliver the package, and he failed. So take gummit, man, if you're listening to this. Yeah, and you're so welcome, Flame for a Fluff. P.S. Brett, thank you for your help with the logo. The shirt is on its way to Florida. Hell yeah, that's awesome, man. I was so glad to help you. Just because you're such a great follower on the channel, along with everybody else in the chat. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So let's finish up the hellos real quick. We got Adrian James. What's going on?
Adrian.
We got Kevin, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name. Ketchy. Let's go, Jess. All right.
And also, Tanner has the original title of Halloween 2 down there as well.
Oh god, him and his freaking white horse reference.
The white horse.
Scott, there we go.
Oh, sorry,
Okay,
Brady.
go ahead.
I got
go
you.
ahead. My mouse is messing up.
Mikey dreams of horses.
He does. He really does. And donkeys, but that's besides the point.
Tanner, I told you they
That's a different
explained
day.
the white horse in the opening scene of the movie, so you got no argument right there. They explained the horse.
How
But
mad
we're
would
not
Danner
ta-
be if it was giraffes, though?
Oh my, yeah, God,
That would have been a
just piss
nice
him off.
twist, actually. It was, he's riding a giraffe out of there. All these visions of giraffes.
Oh my God,
We should go back and every time there's a scene with a horse, just put one like a random video of a giraffe in there.
Oh my God. Which, yeah, Jess, just in case if you don't know, Danner absolutely hates giraffes more than anybody I've ever met in my entire life. We don't know why. Like, one day we'll get him on the channel so he can explain why, but he just hates giraffes.
He's definitely in the top 5 of people who hate drafts. I don't really know. Like, he's the only one in there on my list, but in other people's list, you know, there might be a couple more. So
I didn't even know there was a list, so good to know.
Yeah,
There's
Brad
always a
apparently
list.
made. Yeah, there's always a list. So, okay. So here is how we're going to do this. Jess, since you are our guest, you get to go first. And then we're pretty much going to do a circle. So we'll do Jess, we'll do Chris, we'll do Brad, and we'll do me. And so we're going to start with honorable mentions. Do you have any honorable mentions that you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I think one that I like recently revisited that's not in my top 5, but I really love is The Black Coat's Daughter. That one kind of came out of nowhere for me, and I think I put it off for a really long time because I heard it's kind of slow. It kind of takes a little bit to get there, but when it does, it delivers, and it's just like kind of mind blowing. And it was one that I thought about for a really long time after watching. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched that recently, and I might be mentioning it later.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. But I think it has some really great performances, and I think a lot of people kind of write it under, but really love that one. And of course, one of my favorites is Green Room. Not in my top 5. It's actually my number 6. But yeah, I actually was kind of looking into that one a little bit more today just to see if I wanted to hit on anything. But I've seen a lot of people talk about how they don't like Green Room specifically because they think the characters make really stupid decisions, that like they purposefully wrote these characters to just be completely dumb. And I couldn't disagree more with that. I think it's actually lends to the more terrifying aspects of the movie because it's what a real person would do when they're presented in that situation. So I feel like that kind of just made it a little bit more real. But yeah, those are the 2 that I wanted to mention.
Oh, awesome! And I actually watched both of those. I actually watched the Black Coat Starter this week, and I watched The Green Room last week as part of my 14 Days of New Horror. That's actually the movie Brad recommended me to watch. So yeah, both of those are really good movies. I will talk about one of them here in a little bit. So Chris, do you have any honorable mentions? And before, sorry, you get to that real quick. ATGNAT. Guys, I will catch the replay. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much just for coming by. And we'll promise you when you come back, we will put on a great show and that we are still on the air. So
Can we pronounce that as Atnat?
you can.
Yep.
You can. I
Atnat.
just like to spell it out
Just
letter
trim
by
that
letter.
down. That's
Yeah,
so
Atnat
long.
is good.
Atnat. Yeah.
We-
Okay. I can
Atnat.
dig that.
Okay. But anyways, Chris, what's your honorable mention?
What did you? Brad recommended what to you? Which one was his recommendation? Green Room.
The Green Room. Or Green
Okay.
Room.
Yeah. Great
No,
movie.
It's a
I fucking
doozy.
love Green Room. Same thing with Black Coat's Daughter. Just to echo what you said, Jess, that one really did come out of nowhere. Actually, Brad, didn't you just randomly watch this one night? This is like 2 or 3
I
years
did.
ago. I remember we were talking
Yeah.
about this, and I was like, whatever, man, I'll fucking give it a go. Yeah, and I think we both really loved it a lot.
Yeah,
but
it was a lot. Emma
mentions-
Roberts was great in the movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she fucking killed it. So honorable mentions, I didn't even think about Green Room. I think I'm gonna one I did want to mention. Has anyone Jess, have you seen First Reformed?
No, I can't say that
No.
I have.
I've only seen it one time. It was a while back. There are like thriller elements to it, you know. It's kind of psychologically scary. But I don't know if I would call it a horror or not. But either way, I wanted to throw it in there. It's a great movie. Everybody should watch it. But I wanted to toss that one in there. And God damn it, I have to pull it back up. And Sacred Deer. Oh yeah, It's breaking my fucking heart to not put it in there. I fought with myself, but Sacred Deer, one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, but can't get enough of it. Love it so much.
That's how my
it
dad
for
eats
me.
spaghetti too. All right.
Just
So
like
Actually, Brad, before you get going, more people, Chad popped up, and he said to you, Brad, Chad said, Brad still looks hungover.
I don't know why. I feel fine. I'm good, and I was good on Saturday. Sunday was a little bit questionable, but Saturday was good. We had a good
Sunday
time.
is always questionable when it comes to good real hunting. And then Destiny also says, Jess, I love your shirts.
Thanks, girl.
Nice.
So, hell yeah. All right. So, Brad, honorable mentions.
So I did want to briefly say there's two movies on here that I really wanted to check out before the stream, but I didn't get a chance to. First being First Reformed that you just mentioned, and the second being A Ghost Story. So if you guys have seen that, let me know how it is. But my honorable mentions are Green Room, like we just discussed, very tense, very fun. Well, I don't know if fun's the best word, but it's a good movie though. Xavier from X-Men shows up in there. It's a lot of it. Yeah, Patrick Stewart. That was good. And my other one.
The character.
my other one from is Saint Maud, dude. We watched this one last year for the channel. We did a what the fuck did I just watch episode on it, and that ending was just, I won't spoil it, but it was just crazy and really put it up on this list. It's something that really sticks with you. Good performances in that movie as well, and yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, that movie's hot. That's all I hear about it.
Yeah, Birdie really liked it.
Oh my! I had some thoughts on it. But but luckily, it's not an honorable mention for me. Don't kill me in the chat because I'm probably going to get a lot of shit for my honorable mentions. So here we go. So pray for me. My first honorable mention, of course, is the killing of a sacred deer. Yeah, that last third act really messed with me. Like, it really made me uncomfortable for an hour. I had to put on like a crime documentary just so it could clear my mind. I know, weird choice, but I needed something other than that movie because, like, just holy crap, that third act. But I thought it was a really damn good movie, and all the performances are great. And then my last honorable mention, this is probably where our channel gets shut down. Hereditary.
Ooh, no!
That one hurts. That one hurts.
I know that hurts, but however, it was in my top 5. But there was one particular movie, and I even texted the boys this, that it changed my whole list, and that's how Hereditary got knocked out. It actually was decided like an hour ago to not include Hereditary. Yeah, so
definitely gotta be.
But I still absolutely love the movie. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I thought it was a damn good movie. Tony should have won an Oscar for her role in that movie. It's just as criminal that she did not. And yeah, that whole third act was just absolutely crazy. But the movies I have over it just left what we call a bigger impact for me. It's just for kind of like my taste of A24. So with that, those are my honorable mentions.
Birdie, next time I see you, I'm going to feed chocolate cake to you and drive you next to a freaking telephone pole.
Just
all right, but anyway, let's go.
As long as it doesn't have any nuts in it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brett, I'm going to make you a tart.
No tarts on this channel. I know what you do with those tarts.
You're going to really love it.
No, I sincerely doubt
it was
that.
A tart, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, tarts are
right?
tarts.
It was a tart.
It was a tart. That was
yeah.
correct. And yeah, and Danner even says Hereditary was just okay. And then, and I thought Hereditary was a sequel to The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, same boat.
It is.
Yeah.
Not too bad. And then Danner right here. Aaron is Australian. So, yeah, he ain't wrong. It's just, God, Mike. But anyways, Jess, we are going to start our top 5. So what is your number 5 A24 horror movie?
My number 5 is The Lighthouse. I love it. I've always loved it. It's very divisive, I feel like. It's not for everyone. That's for damn sure. But I think literally it's just William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson like going absolute bonkers. That just like steals the show for me. I love it. It's like such a comfort movie. I can't get enough of it.
So are you not fond of her?
God damn it. You took it. Took
Sorry,
it from me, man. It was right there.
What?
I know you're fond of me, lobster.
You've never been in better hands. Okay, my accents aren't good. Just an
Struck me
FYI.
down, Winslow.
Winslow. Are you ready, Birdie? You want me to take it on?
Oh, go right for it. What's your number 5, Chris?
You know, I fought back and forth. I really wanted to put Sacred Deer in there. It felt like I needed to, but I just couldn't kick Hereditary out. Went back and forth the list a couple of times, but yeah, number 5, I put Hereditary there, man. I agree with you. I think Tony, great performance in there. It just kind of, I remember watching it. It didn't have a lot of hype, you know. I mean, it's grown it over time, but when it came out, it was just kind of like, oh, it's just a new horror movie, and then you watch it, and it's like, holy shit, man, it's really, really good. So yeah, number 5, Hereditary, man, love it.
Yeah, what's funny about it is Ari Aster says that it's not a horror movie, which I absolutely
bullshit.
110%
Yeah, he says it's a movie about family.
Yeah. He also said that Midsommar is a what did he call it? It's like a
breakup
movie or something.
Breakup movie,
it's like
yeah.
it's a great date movie.
Yeah, like they were all broken up at Midsommar, bitch. They can't work.
You have to put that on a clip. As much as we toss that around and it's not on a clip, I can't believe it.
Yeah, we need to
replace
go
the rat
to
thing.
the drawing board. Yeah, we gotta replace it. No, we're keeping the rat thing. But what's going on? Have Cheetah will view. Wait, A24 has 5 horror movies. No, we're just doing our top 5 horror movies, but trust me, there are plenty A24 horror movies on the list.
Yeah.
I think, they got a lot. And today, the number 5 is where we're at. I got a little sidetracked there, but number 5 for me is also Ari Aster, but it's Midsommar. And it's fantastic, man. Really, it's really a beautiful movie. Really, for the most part, it's all at daytime, which is very unique and very cool. Very, unsettling throughout. A lot of weird stuff going on. This is where Florence Pugh freaking won me over right here in this flick right here. This is when I knew she was going to take off and just be a freaking rock star. And ever since then, she has been. And a great performance from her. Josh Rayner too. We saw him in the opening. A freaking asshole of a character, but he was a good time. But it was good. It was scary. It had some nice moments in it, some good moments of horror. Yeah, it had the pusher, of course. Yeah, the classic scene there. But yeah, it's one that I really enjoy it.
Awesome. And Haley's also a fan of. She loves Midsommar. So that's
it's
awesome.
a doozy.
Yeah, I'll be sure to definitely mention it later. Absolutely. But my number 5, and everybody's going to now be asking, what in the world beat Hereditary? I blame Chris for this, and this is probably going to be a surprising pick. But my number 5 is The Monster. I really enjoyed it. There were some complaints about it of like it's not as good as it should be, or like they didn't. Like even one person said that the monster wasn't even needed in the movie. I highly disagree on that because without that monster, they would create kind of like that tension for the movie. And I absolutely love the relationship between the mom and the daughter and the way they told the story about the relationship from beginning to end was absolutely spectacular. And plus, I'm a big fan of practical effects. And when that monster is a practical effect, you won me over immediately on that. Like you get 2 stars for your movie rating on that. So that is actually why. It's just, to me, that movie made more of an impact to me than what Hereditary did. So that is why The Monster is my number 5. And you can blame Chris for that because he suggested for me to watch that movie.
Fair enough.
I'm glad you dug it, man.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not the only one. Have Cheetah says The Monster is excellent, and I absolutely agree with you. And Adrian, we've lost a great actor in Ray Liotta, age 67. Unfortunately, we did, and we lost Fred Ward too. So just this year's hitting hard with the celebrity deaths for sure.
I'm not mad. That was Fred Ward in Road Trip. Sorry for that outburst.
No, that's okay. Hey, anything Road Trip, just shout it out. But so Jess, what is your number 4?
Yeah, quickly, I just want to say I think it's really cool you mentioned The Monster. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about it a lot, so I really like that pick. But
awesome.
Yeah, but my number 4 is X. I love this movie. There was no question. This was immediately breaking my top 5. Everything about it was just so fun. It was such a good homage to 80s horror, 70s and 80s like slasher, and only like Ty West can do justice like that, right? Like he does such great callbacks to classic horror movies. And I think every performance was great. I love Scott Medusky, Kid Cudi in it. I think he's hilarious. Same as Brittany Snow. So it was it was a 10 for me. I had such a great time with this.
Oh, damn, that's an excellent pick. And I have a feeling
Excellent
that the
pick.
3 of us will be mentioning that in our top 5 as well.
Glad to hear it.
I can't believe Birdie's really not picking up on these puns tonight. I'm
I know,
actually
he
quite
missed
thankful
out on-
for.
Wait,
I
what
almost had
pick
to put him in
is?
free speech jail last
Excellent
week.
pick.
Oh, I actually, that did cross my mind. I'm like, no, I'm going to behave tonight.
And he had Midsommar so low on his list, I thought you were going to say that you couldn't bear it.
I made that
So
pick
low.
with my
You know
bare,
what?
I made that pick with my bare hands, okay? So.
I thought he killed bears with bear. Never mind. Moving right along, man. Number 4, I put my number 4, The Lighthouse. I love The Lighthouse. It was something completely different than what I thought it was going to be. I remember taking a buddy of mine to see it, and I kind of knew that it was going to be a little bit different. I knew it was black and white, and I didn't tell him anything about it, and he's very much like, this is not his movie, right? So we go in there, and literally at the end of it, he said, "What the fuck was that? Why would you bring me to this?" I was like, man, it was great. I loved it. I am most assuredly fond of The Lobster. It's just so much fun. Like Jess said, just watching these two these two great actors just absolutely go fucking crazy throughout the whole thing is great. And the sort of ambiguous ending as well just tops it off. That final scene is just perfect in my opinion. So yeah, man, Lighthouse.
Yeah, and the Lighthouse on that last scene totally had guts for what it did. So I'll tell you that for sure.
He's back now. Yep, he's back.
Now
There
we're
he is.
rolling.
Tanner Burnett.
Sorry, Danner
Yep,
man.
if Bert ain't cracking puns, it ain't Bert.
I know.
And just in case you're wondering why my name is Bert.
That's it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, it was. I went to McAllister's one time, and I told them my order for Brett, and they put on my ticket Bert, Bert, and so that's where that's where the joke comes from there.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
Now it's evolved to Bird T.
yeah, so thank you so much, McAllisters.
Thank you, Little Roots.
Hello,
First off-
Washington.
I wanted to take a minute just to say, Chris, if Lamb's not your number 1, I'm really going to be disappointed. But okay, my number 4.
Strap in.
Number 4 for me is also X. Came out this year. Very big surprise. Absolutely loved it. Like you were saying, it goes back to slasher freaking territory. But now we have freaking good characters in the mix. I mean, sign me up for that all day. Great performances all around. You said everything there is to say about it. It was such a good time. Yeah, really all to just wrap it up in a nutshell. Oh, I'm in a nutshell. Yeah, slasher with great characters, which is fantastic. Good mix.
Yeah. Hey, I'm in a nutshell. No, that's
Awesome,
great.
awesome.
So my number 4, we actually, Jess, you mentioned this in your honorable mentions. So I'm going to bring it to my number 4, and that is the Black Coat's Daughter. This was the one I told the buddy, these guys, that it made a massive impact on my top 5. Just because you're right, it is a slow movie, but if you could get over that hump, the second half of the movie is absolutely fantastic. And once you figure out what the twist is, I was watching this by myself, and I literally screamed, "Holy shit, I knew it!" And then I was freaking out. But I think it was absolutely great. Emma Roberts, fantastic in the role that she was given, along with everybody else in that movie. So I highly suggest everybody catching The Black Coat's Daughter. And a lot of these A24 movies is on Showtime right now. So if you do have Showtime, that is where you can view most of these A24 movies.
Good call.
So let's see here. We're good in the chat. So Jess, what is your number 3?
My number 3, I think like all of you have mentioned it, but The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Ooh. This is like one movie that I don't think I ever want to watch again. it was just fucking weird. Everything about it was weird, but it also like was weird in a way that made me extremely uncomfortable. Yeah, Barry Keoghan, dude is just weird. Dude is so weird, and like I don't even know how people think of this stuff. I have no idea like how people thought of that, but yeah, it impacted me deeply. It set me on edge, and I don't ever want to watch it again. But it is one of my favorites out of A24 just because it had the balls to go there.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. So
Dude, has to go there in Men as well.
Yeah, that's for
God,
sure.
that
I gotta
movie.
see this movie, dude.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's gonna
really
be the
do.
weekend double down.
Oh,
Yeah, we did this a while. Yeah, Sacred Deer versus what did it go against?
It comes at night.
Yeah. So just a couple weeks ago, yeah, we did that in a slash it, and that's exactly what I said. It was like Barry Keoghan is so great at being weird. Like everybody is so, like the actors are all so good that they're all just playing fucking like these just slightly off characters, and it's so unsettling. Like it's uncomfortable from start to finish. Even the kid being like, "Can I see your chest? How much hair do you have in your chest?" So my dad has more. You know, it's just like these weird conversations, and then the other kid wants to see his armpit hair, and he's smoking like 50 cigarettes. He's 14. Well, I digress. But yeah, great movie. Love the hell out of
The
it.
dialogue is so weird in that movie, dude.
Yeah.
And by design, but it's
I eat spaghetti just like my dad. He stick his fork in it, twist it around. It's like this whole dialogue about how he's eating his spaghetti, and you're like, and then, yeah, 10 minutes later, it's like his kids can't walk and they're bleeding out of their eyes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in here?
Guilty moment for the killing of a sacred deer. I laughed when the kid's like, "Hey sis, I'm gonna look out the window too." Flip,
Oh, yeah.
and you hear the thud. I'm sorry, I laughed. You're not supposed to laugh because you're supposed to feel bad, but I just couldn't help because whoever did the sound effect for that scene should get a raise.
dude.
I
That
also
was
thought
amazing.
It was funny when Colin Farrell picks him up and he's like trying to force him to walk, and he's
And
like,
the whole-
he's just
Oh, yeah,
scooting
it's
him
like-
across the ground.
Just like, hey, if you tell me your secret, like, here, let me tell you one of my secrets. Yeah, I did this. So what did you do? Dad, whoa, like, I didn't do anything. You didn't have to tell me that story, but oh my gosh, that.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. HD naked too. All right.
God.
Oh my gosh, damn it, man. And then Gory Tiger says, "You guys aren't the only ones doing A24 tonight." Well, Gory, tell them to pause it because we started first. We get to finish first.
Yeah, put them in timeout, dude.
Yeah, time out. So,
but moving it along, what are we at? Number 3, right?
yeah, correct.
Yeah, so number 3 for me, I put Midsommar, dude.
Nice.
Hella good time. Really look forward to this. Me and Brad, we caught this opening weekend, right? That's pretty early on.
We did. We had popcorn and jalapenos, and we were
what killer combo, man. Highly recommend. But yeah, I loved everything about this, man. From the pusher, guy getting a little bit of push in there, all the aunts and sisters, gathering around to bear witness to the insemination,
consummation,
or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Still the craziest fucking thing. Will Poulter peeing on the sacred tree. All great stuff.
God.
But honestly, really, the suicide scene, I think, stuck with me. Whenever they're just like hanging out, they're like, no, they're carrying these people. They're like 80 years old. They're having a little party for them. Oh, and they're like, hey, we're, pop out the lays. We're going around the corner over here to party out in the open. And then there they go. You know what I mean?
So what are they doing up there?
And you can see like Florence Pugh's reaction is so great in that moment where that guy just takes this tumble there, man, and yeah, just that scene of it's either her. I can't remember exactly which one it is. That the close up of the face like slamming into the rock is fucking it's horrifying, man. It's just so much detail into it and so great. And then at the very end, whenever I can never think of his name. The asshole character.
The dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Christian.
The dude.
Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, Christian. Whenever he's all doped up, and there's this very subtle like effect they do, like in the background where the flowers are like bulging out and
Ugh.
pulsating and stuff like that is like, it just makes you feel like you're fucked up and just aids to the craziness of everything. And then that ending, man, just the bear, so much into it, but so much fun, man. I love the hell out of it. Number 3 for me.
Would you consider it unbearable?
Oh,
I already used that one.
Thank you. Sorry.
Cross it off the list. Yeah, some of the best
bear
cinematography.
suits.
Yeah, the bear suit's freaking classic. When he wakes up and he's in that bear suit, and then you got that shot over top of him, and it's just, what is going on right now? But some of the best cinematography you'll see in a horror flick, man. Across the board, all those effects with the flowers and the stuff. And you saw the one with the background, the one in the background with her sister. Remember the opening scene in general was freaking crazy.
Damn it, I was getting ready to talk about that.
That was my favorite part of the movie. Yeah, I like Midsommar. I like it. I think it's beautiful. But that opening scene, holy shit! If they would have just like stuck with that, I would have loved it even more. But yeah, that was freaking.
Right.
Yeah, that's what got the audience right then and there was that scene.
Yeah.
You got hooked in quick with that. But another one that I'll throw out real quick, and then I'll shut the hell up. The scene whenever Florence Pugh has that meltdown. She has the meltdown
in the airplane,
in the shed or whatever, and all the like the female people of the camp there like congregate around her, and like they all start screaming together. Fucking, there was something so weird about that scene. I was like, almost had a breakdown myself. I was like squirming in my chair for that whole thing.
It's like the way she's crying is like freaky. Like the way she's like crying is like off-putting. It's very unsettling.
Yeah, and in the theater it was so loud, and I was full of popcorn and jalapenos, and it was just, I don't know, man, just really just got overwhelming for a minute. I was like, gee, it really
was the jalapenos.
Was oddly unsettling. Yeah, maybe it just was the jalapenos.
It give you those meat hallucinations, or in that case, the vegetable hallucinations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you mentioned the scene where they jump off the cliff there and shit. That some of the best freaking use of gore ever, man. Like to really just get you unsettled, and then they start smashing the head whenever they still like.
I forgot about that.
Who's that guy that does the watermelon smashing?
I don't know, but these were definitely not watermelons like we do.
Oh, you're
these
talking about well, it's not Welliver.
Oh my
God,
Gulliver?
Gallagher. Fuck, I don't know.
God.
It ends in a gur.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought of. It's like, hey, put your plastics on. Here we go. But no, it was so disturbing. But no, seriously, that thing is disturbing. I'll talk about it here in a little bit. So.
Okie dokie. Number 3 for me is going to be the other Ari Aster flick, Hereditary. It's been talked about a little bit so far. The reason I have this over Midsommar is I just think it's a little bit, it's paced a little bit better. It goes a little bit faster. It's just more of a traditional kind of horror vibe. I really like the characters. Toni Collette is fantastic in the role. And like you guys said, her performance was amazing. The little girl with the clicks, that was creepy too. The ending though just freaking really blew me away. Like the whole thing with the tree house and all this shit like that was going on up in there. At that time, that I saw this movie before I saw these other A24 movies for the most part, and I didn't really know. Like I just I haven't been there yet. For me, so I haven't been in this position with this tree house full of naked people with heads missing. Like I haven't done that yet. Like that was new territory. Really dug the heck out of it. It stuck with me for a while.
Saturday night.
It is on it usually, but only like 2 or 3 times a month. Like you can't, not all of the Saturdays.
You don't want to overdo it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really dug the ending of that, and a lot of just good scares throughout the movie. Like some good stuff. But again, like what all these movies do so well is the characters. Like you really take the time to build the characters up. And I thought the dude, I can't think of the name of his off the top of my head. The dude that was in Old and like he's been in a lot of stuff since Hereditary. Yes, thank you. Yes, that's the one. He did a really good job too. Even though he kind of turned into like a kid throughout the movie. Like he kind of like his mannerisms and stuff were like degressing. Really creepy stuff. Great performance, and yeah, I really enjoyed the family dynamic there.
Yeah, and Yeah, shoot. Speaking of that family dynamic, see, I'm kind of regretting not putting Hereditary in my top 5 now. But the dinner scene, the dinner table scene where Tony just goes off on her son. Holy crap! I was just like, first time watching it, I was like this, like, thank God that's not my mother.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily my mother's nice, but not that one. But you, at the same time, you don't blame her because it kind of was the son's fault a little bit. But at the same time, well, who am I kidding? It was his fault. He smoked weed. He drove. He did supervise his sister. So yeah, like he didn't make good decisions that night for sure. But so let's see here. I'm number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, C, great. So my number 3, we've already talked about it enough. So it's Midsommar. Yeah, from the beginning scene, immediately like really drags you in. But what really just makes the movie for me, first off, shot beautifully, probably the best shot A24 movie on this whole list. But it's Florence Pugh. Like she just absolutely nailed it. Brad said it the best. This was the movie that put her on the damn map. And makes her one of the top 5 like best actresses working in cinema today. I'm absolutely looking forward to Don't Worry, Darling, coming out later this year. I think she's absolutely going to nail it. And I think we even say, Brad, in our trailer reaction, we saw some Midsommar acting style coming from Florence Pugh. So again, looking forward to that. But Midsommar was absolutely fantastic. And the thing I want to talk about real quick was the trip out scene when they first got there and on the hill and they're just fucking losing their minds. I'm not a smoker, but that scene immediately made us like, shit, am I smoking something or is it just a movie? Like, it's just literally like they did such a good job making you feel like you're actually there. So that's why I could talk nothing but excellent things about Midsommar. So that is my number 3.
Good freaking pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're only going to get tougher from here. So we're in the final 2. So Jess, what is your number 2?
All right, my number 2 is The Witch, the Vivitch, if you will. Yeah, I love Robert Eggers. I think the man is quite possibly a genius, but I also really appreciate every little like detail he puts into his set design. When he's choosing his actors. I mean, yes, Anya Taylor-Joy is like perfection. We know that. That's not like an argument at this point. But like Ralph Ineson and the accent he gives his character, like just the way that man talks during this movie is like instant goosebumps. I love it. I love the storyline. I think everything about that movie is virtually perfect. It scared the shit out of me. And I have always been scared of goats. I think like it's something my mom has always like passed down.
Saying it for years.
She doesn't like poos. So like goats, pigs, whatever. She doesn't like that. So like when I saw like Black Phillip, I was like, absolutely not. No, this isn't gonna work. So it scared me and it also intrigued me, and I always go back and watch it over and over again.
Black Phillip.
Don't even get me started on the fucking goats, all right? I mean, I even just all the scenes in that where they're like just have a close up of the goat's eye, or like he's just like jumping around. It's so unsettling.
Even Tom Brady was in the movie a little bit.
Fuck a goat. I mean, I hate them. Not. Yeah. No. Bad.
Yeah. What I mean, so I'm still waiting on Lamb to make an appearance here. Is anybody gonna like? We're in the top 2.
No, it's not number 2 for me. It's actually I'm just going to ride that straight on through. Number 2 is also the Vivitch for me. Not to be confused with the 13-inch, which is the sequel. We're making that sequel, I'm telling you.
The 13-inch.
So yeah, for all the reasons that Jess just said, I agree with all that. It's super unsettling, and it really we've watched it a couple times, either for Slash It Out or for other reviews and things that we've done on the channel. And I think every time I watch it, you get a little something different out of it, and it still is as scary as it was the first time, which I think is a testament to any great horror movie. So yeah, it's Vivitch, man.
Hell yeah. And I saw Ben Grimm in the chat. He made an interesting point that I was wanting to address real quick.
Yeah.
Where does comment go? There it is. Red Ari Aster's new movie is 3.5 hours long. Sorry, that's over my limit. Yes, that is over my limit. However, you just mentioned a movie that is called Disappointment Boulevard. I'll do it. I'll watch it for 3.5 hours. Prefer not to, but I will if it's Ari Aster and Joaquin Phoenix.
Joking, I like it.
Oh yeah,
'Cause it-
Nick
goes-
Gummit, I messed up. Damn.
Hey, but he was the
Phoenix.
Joker though, so it works. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I didn't even.
yeah, it's
And,
fun.
Boom,
That's
it's
so
Emily.
dumb.
What's going on, Emily?
What's up, Emily?
I'll check it out, man. But yeah, I could tell Midsommar he started to stretch things out quite a bit. I still haven't seen the director's cut, by the way, but it's about 3 hours, right? Like I don't know if you guys seen it. I know you have,
There's
Chris.
just a little bit of backstory, really. It just kind of makes you hate Christian a little more, really.
Yeah, but
There's
it was
like a-
needed, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's some scenes, earlier stuff, really, I think is where they added the most. Even before they go on the trip, there's just a lot more of him being a piece of shit, really, to Florence Pugh.
Oh, especially the night ceremony. They did this like little night ceremony, and like her and Christian were talking, and yeah, that made me really hate Christian more than the original cut.
I still need to see this.
So then at the end, when he's in the bear suit, you're like, fuck yeah, twice as much, right?
Yeah, big time. So, so let's see here. So, Chris, what is your number 2? Oh no, wait, you just did your number 2. So, Brad, what is your number 2?
Guys, I'm sorry right here. This might be cheating. You guys might not agree
Wow.
with me. Everybody might just freaking. This might be an uproar. I don't know, but number 2 me it's Ex Machina. Like I don't really know if it's a horror movie, but to me it is. It's definitely creepy
Now wait a
throughout.
damn minute. If we can
It's
start
creepy.
throwing
It's
in
creepy as a
different
mofo,
genres in
dude.
there,
It's
I'll
creepy.
go
It's
back
creepy
and
as a
redo my
mofo,
list.
dude.
Guys,
It's creepy as a mofo.
guys, we got
The
a lady
Green Knight
person
is
in here.
definitely number one. If
Jess,
we're allowed
I'm so
to do
sorry.
this.
They get in their little arguments.
No, I definitely throw it in. It's
The Green Knight had
it's
creepy
very
moments. Can I do that?
it's very
Bert?
much.
Yeah, hey, it's our channel. We do whatever the hell we want on here. So
No, I'm gonna stick
I
to the
think it's
rules.
got to be on the list because like it starts off like, did you see the archive 81 or whatever it is on Netflix? Like it kind of starts off like that. Yeah. So it very, very mysterious dude showing up. Like we don't know what's going on, but he's getting locked in a bedroom every night. Really weird stuff. But then, like, you know, and especially at the end, like it just like yeah, I'm gonna put it on the list just because I think it definitely is it's very psychological, you know, and whatnot. But really, 2 great performances: Domhnall Gleeson and Oscar Isaac together, and
Oscar
Alicia
Ivan there.
Vikander. Alicia Vikander as well, freaking absolutely brilliant. All 3 of them, and it's really just, I mean, in general, one of my favorite movies. Like it's in the list, in the ballpark, and I thought it was really well done. A lot of great cinema. This is from the same director, of course, Alex Garland as Men. Just, you know,
Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, he's been up to something.
and I think this was his first flick, right? And then Annihilation came after, and then Men. I think that's his main 3, right?
yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, I think he's primarily was a writer. I think he's written a lot of other things, but I think those are the only directorial efforts.
Yeah.
But I think this thing gets super creepy throughout the movie. You know, we get some nice like moments when Alicia's cutting out the power, and we get the red lights come on and all this stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's not what it seems," and all that. Like it's really well done. And if you guys haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. I think it's a great movie.
And I am going to count that, Brad, just because I watch Eli Roth's The History of Horror. That's on Shudder. And they recently made season 3 and put it on there. And they did mention that movie on one of their episodes. So that will be counted. And I guess I will count Green Knight too, Chris, if you want to add it, because Green Knight does have a ghost scene.
That's
We
it.
got
We're in.
everything.
Yeah, we're in, dude. Nah, man, nothing could topple Lamb.
Oh my gosh. And then Gory Tiger says, "Oh my God, where did that little fridge come from, Chris?"
Well, this one right here. This has been here.
Yeah, it's
We're
been here.
trying to-
It's been there for weeks.
Man, you don't know what a game changer this was. I used to have to pause the channel and had to run out to grab my beers. Look at this, man.
Yeah,
Now they're
Chris
just
cannot
right here.
function without a beer.
You see that? And they're all just right here now. You could put 6 packs of sodas in there. No, it's all
Sodas,
beer.
White
Candy bars
Claw.
in the freezer.
It better be a Reese's if you're putting it in a freezer. But anyways, we're in the top 2 now, and this one was really difficult for me. It can literally go back and forth. I literally even just spent just thoughts to myself yesterday, trying to determine what the hell is going to be my number 1. So it's a tough decision, but I'm just going to go with the now. And my number 2 is The Witch. Absolutely love The Witch. Brad's popular comment. What?
Vivitch.
Oh, Vivitch. Yeah, sorry. The Vivitch is my number 2, and the Vivitch, Brad brought it to the one of the best things, like the best advice you can ever give The Witch, and that is turn on your subtitles. Trust me, it will enhance your experience of the movie.
Pro tip.
Very, very greatly. And then Chris's next suggestion, your second watch, turn on the commentary. Or wait, Brad, or was that you too?
The commentary, the commentary was very good for that. Yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, Robert Eggers,
from
obviously,
Mario,
Lighthouse. He did the commentary for that one, and I did the Lighthouse. Both were really great. He's super open about how they shot pretty much everything. So it's pretty awesome. Can't wait for the Northman.
Yeah. Oh man, it's all of it was great. But yeah, The Witch. I just love pretty much the atmosphere and just like the shots, like of the woods, like just not knowing exactly what is in those woods. And plus, then we get that Victoria's Secret model that plays the witch for a little bit when she kind of like just woos the boy over. Like just to me, that's the most underrated thing of the entire movie. Is what's the little kid's name? It's going to kill me now.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb. It's just his whole like with the apple speaking out, and he's just speaking in tongue, but you know it's the witch speaking. That scene always creeps me the hell out. And of course, yeah, there's an actress named Anya Taylor-Joy who this movie was kind of like her gateway to stardom as well. And even though, in my opinion, The Last Night at Soho is what made her is what makes her the best actress in the acting industry today, in my opinion. But yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy was absolutely excellent. It kind of breaks my heart. She thought that she did not like this movie. She thought she didn't do a good job, and this movie would actually ruin her acting career. But luckily, it was the complete opposite. So I can't talk anything like negative about The Witch. I give it a golden reel, 5 out of 5. So my number 2 is The Witch.
Good
so
pick,
yeah. What's going on? Chris Snyder in the house saying number 1 is Swiss Army Man. Oh wait, hey, not a horror movie. Never mind. I'll see myself out. Yeah.
Hey,
I'll talk
you
to
know what,
later,
Snyder?
Chris.
Stick around, bud, because we don't know what we're throwing in there now. Bert's fucking changed the whole rules over here, man.
It was creepy. It was a creepy flick.
If you
So
look
is
at
Minions. Next thing, we're not even going to be putting A24 on here.
Bottom. But Chris, if you did look at if you did look at the thumbnail, it was on there. But anyways, oh wait a minute, let me get this comment real quick. Ben Graham says, "What surprised that last night in Soho? That dance scene where they switched places was done in real life. Dude, that's awesome.
It was freaking brilliant."
Yeah, there's a clip how they did that, and was it on TikTok? Where'd we find that at? I know we watched it a while back, but yeah, it's super, super cool stuff.
Yeah, and Haley says it was better than she expected when she saw it on the plane ride. That's awesome. Absolutely love that movie. I also gave it a golden reel.
Yeah, hella fun.
So, Jess, here we are. What is your number 1 A24 horror movie?
You guys probably saw it coming, but it's Hereditary. It's got to be Hereditary. There's no other movie, honestly, that would ever take first place for me. Just because I had a really good viewing experience with it, and it scared the absolute shit out of me. I was terrified. I was like paralyzed with fear, and I think like my friend Kevin said in the comments, the last 10 minutes and Toni Collette's performance that whole time is just like peak. Like there's nothing, I don't know. I haven't seen a better performance from a woman in a horror movie like that in a very long time. I especially really love, of course, Ari Aster as a director is, he's phenomenal, but the care and the the background that he builds into every scene. So like the cult members at the grandma's funeral, and you not knowing that they're the actual cult members until you see them later naked in a bedroom or like in the treehouse. Just little hints here and there, and like the cult symbol or payment symbol carved into that the pole that Charlie hits her head on. Like a lot of people didn't even know that was there until second watch. So it's just like the care and the background details he puts into his movies. And of course, Toni Collette, Nat Wolff, Millie Shapiro, all their performances are just top tier.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. I respect Hereditary. It's just, for me, it's just like my personal taste. But I think it's absolutely a phenomenal movie. I do still give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Dude, we didn't even talk about the scene where the dude's on fire. Like, you know, like that. Like,
Yeah.
like freaking amazing visuals, man. Kevin says Hereditary is a perfect crescendo of Doom. Crescendo, I should say. The visuals, the performances, the narrative, the direction. It's why it's my number one as well. Great pick, Jess. It's fantastic.
Thanks, guys. I also want to say that the sound of her sawing her neck on the
my god,
the sound of it. Oh, that's one of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. So just the subtle nuances like that just make it 10
I think
times.
we all purposely forgot it. I just got a reaction out of pretty much
Yeah.
everybody.
And then the scene that scared me the most in that movie is Tony that just hides in that corner, just starts coming after her own son. Oh my god! Like I was like, what the fuck? Like,
So good.
yeah, it's amazing. Like I am starting to now regret not putting it in my top 5, but I'm going to stick to my guns. Maybe on the next top 5 A24 list.
The dollhouses and the scene. There's a scene early on in the movie that really is, when you go back and think about it, it's kind of random, but it's where she sees her mom, like, or whatever, like after the funeral, and like she's kind of like a ghost in the corner, and then like she disappears. Yeah, there's another scene kind of like that in Midsommar as well, which I think is pretty good, but it was creepy and unnerving.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I'm
Chris,
thinking about Midsommar, whenever they're tripping, and there's that like scene where his hands or her hands are turning into the grass, and then all of a sudden Will Poulter's like, "What time is it?" Or whatever the fuck that freak out that he has.
He's like, why are they watching us? Are they watching us?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, are they watching us? Yeah, which I mean is pretty accurate representation of being on a trip.
and Danner still prefers the Babadook.
I
Yes,
like the Babadook.
Danner, Danner, we get it. Ha ha ha. Screen 5 reference.
Good
So
movie,
we're on numero uno. Yeah, man, come on.
We already know it's Lamb, Chris, so go ahead and say it.
How the fuck did you know that?
Just because it's the only option left.
How
Lamb?
do you know that?
I
It's
think
Lamb.
that's
It's got to
the
be
only-
Lamb, man. No,
It
it's
has to
not
be.
Lamb. But I will tell you, I should have thrown that in the honorable mentions. It's bad. Brad hated it. I don't think it was that bad. I don't know. Jess, are you familiar? Have you seen Lamb?
Yeah, not a fan. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I like it. It's not my number one. That was a joke. But I don't think it's that bad. Honestly, if it hadn't been for that ending and the that ram with the hog hanging off of him, I think I would have been just fine with it. But the ram, that's just fucking weird, man. But same thing as the goats. All the scenes with the lambs and all that in there. The zooming in on their eyes and whatnot. They're just kind of, fucking wandering around in the barn. Get out of here with that. No, you know what? My number one is actually X.
Nice.
Nice.
I put X.
Nice pick.
I
I
put
bet,
X
I bet
as
it was
number
Brittany
one.
Snow. So I don't lie.
Brittany Snow? No.
Yeah,
Mia Goth, come on.
Dude, it was the Snow Globes. You know it was.
No. Mia Goth, if anything. But no, it's, I rewatched it the other night, and God, it's so much fun. It's so satisfying. It has everything. It's all the things that I really wanted it to be. There's a good and like Jess said, it's a great homage to 80s slashers and things, and there's good humor in there. There's a good little taste of like WTF. It's not like over the top. There's great gore in there. There's TNA. And there's great performances, so it's everything you would want out of that movie. Like when I went to the theater to see it, I was just it's so
Probably-
satisfying.
Probably
So
a
much
more
fun.
mature Friday the 13th movie when I'm just now thinking about it.
Oh, definitely more.
Yeah,
it's like
kinda,
a Friday
yeah.
the
I mean-
13th with likable characters, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
We cracked
and,
the code.
And Pearl lay like in the bed with Mia Goth is still one of my like a WTF moment there. I actually watched that movie with my sister as well, so it's like, and it's not her movie at all, and she's like, "What the fuck?"
I can still hear Mia Goth saying, like, running out of the room, like, she's touching me, like she was touching me in bed. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
and then when the scene that kicks it all off, whenever like he's trying to leave in the van and he just gets out and he's like, just trying to care like for this old woman, and she's like, "Hey there, Sonny, you want to bang?" And he's like, "What? No, I don't want to bang. I'm trying to make sure that you can walk across this van or whatever." And she's like, "Too bad," and it's like, it's over with, and you're like, "Wait a second." And then it goes on, and you kind of roll with it, and then you get to the end of it, and you're like, "Man, she just wanted to bang," I mean,
Old
how
people
awful.
deserve loving too.
Brett,
Hey, I was just saying what you were thinking. I knew where you were going.
so
with
many
it.
great things about it. It's super fun. I'm sorry, Jess. I think I cut you off. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I was gonna say one thing from that scene that I picked up on too was like the song that was playing in the truck was "Don't Fear the Reaper."
Fear the
Yeah.
Reaper. If that makes
And I was like,
enhances any horror movie.
How cool are you, Ty West, by
Mm.
putting that little like love nugget from Halloween in your movie? I just thought that was really cool. That was something I like immediately picked up on during that.
Mm. And it enhances
cool.
every horror movie of
Yeah.
all time. Like even if we make a fan film someday, I'm sure we'll play Don't Fear the Reaper in it. So.
We've already done that, Brett, man.
Oh yeah, we did already do that. Hell yeah. I just now remember that. And what's up, the Wolf Man? Mega Movie C's. What's going on?
What's up, man?
He is a huge A24 fan. This tree was made for me. Well, hell yeah, you just came to the right point. We're talking about our number one. So.
Yes, we are.
And
I did want
also-
to point.
Oh, is that the one you were going to point out?
It is not, but go ahead, Bernie.
Okay, real quick. Kevin says, I'm going to throw a little love to a ghost story. Not horror per se, but the visuals and weight of that film has always stayed with me. A big honorable mention for me. Hell yeah. I'm going
Yeah.
to add that to the watch list for sure.
Love
Yeah,
that
it is-
story.
Yeah, it's really great, man. Is it Casey Affleck is there, right? He's
Casey
in that.
Affleck
Yes.
and Rooney
In a while.
Mara, right?
Yep.
And Rooney Mara, and she is. I don't know why she doesn't like get more work. She is such an underrated actress. I love her.
It was
But it's a great movie.
the Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Oh God!
yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. I'm a defender of that movie, so never mind. I mean, hooray.
Yeah,
So-
No, yeah, but the dragon tattoo thing was good though.
Mhm.
God,
Like
she's
that was
so
that
good
was
in that,
freaking.
dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I really wish
the
they
one
would've
I
made
did-
the other ones.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
Because that was actually pretty enjoyable. Like, yeah, I liked it. Haley, I wanted to point out. She said one thing I thought was really interesting. This was referring back to Hereditary. This popped up a few minutes ago.
Mhm.
One thing I thought was really interesting was the older brother's reaction to Charlie's decapitation. Yes, I feel like his shock and denial was very realistic. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, that actor
100%.
took one, like, he went through some shit in that movie. And so I do commend him for that. So, dadgummit, I'm going to have to put Hereditary at number 5 now. I'm sorry. I'm changing the rules. We broke the rules already. So I'm putting Hereditary at number 5.
Yeah, that's
What else
such
can we
a
do?
great
It,
film. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
It's-
rewatch it. So,
Great
free for
flick,
all
man.
over here, Brett.
yeah, I know, Chris. I'm fucking up. I'm sorry. But, Brad, what is your number 1, dude?
Number one for me, man. False positive, man. There's something about Pierce Brosnan.
Ah, yeah.
And coming in, no, I'm
Fuck
I'm
off.
kidding. I'm messing.
Oh, damn, I was like,
No,
okay. I was going to try to watch that movie before
Balls.
this stream.
And Jess is like, "Oh yeah, that's great, really good
All
pick."
right.
And inside, she's
Yeah, I
singing.
can't wait to get off this stream now. Click.
No, it's The Witch, man. You guys talked about it a lot. Fantastic atmosphere. The amount of work that Ari Aster puts into his movies to be historically accurate with the dialogue and the set design. and
Really,
everything.
you know, Robert Eggers does that as well.
Mhm.
Son of a! I said Ari Aster, didn't I? Okay. Yeah.
Which, I
Robert
mean, you're
Eggers,
not
though.
wrong.
Yeah, they both do. They both are really fantastic at what they do. But Robert Eggers does a fantastic job with that set design, the historical accuracy, and all of his movies have been super historically accurate. And he goes to levels to know so much about what he's working on. Like he does so much research, and he really just he knows everything about that time period, and he does everything he can to make the movie so accurate. And The Witch is a perfect representation of that. Just with everything, from the way the houses are built to the way they're lit and the way the animals they used and everything is brilliant. Great performances all around. You guys have already touched on Anya Taylor-Joy. This is where, again, kind of like Florence Pugh and Midsommar, this is where Anya Taylor-Joy just freaking took off, and rightfully so. Absolutely stole the show. They did great things with the kid actors, with Caleb, and the Apple thing was one of the scariest movie scenes of all time. And yeah, just fantastic, man. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and I'll actually throw one more in real quick. Ralph Ensign too. Very underrated in that movie.
God, man, that is just the most powerful voice. Why he's not like on car commercials or something. I would literally buy anything that he told me to.
That's all it stands.
Yeah,
if you buy this car, I'll cut off your head in a year.
Cut him out. That was your Ralph Ineson fucking impression.
Buy one and I'll include this goat for free because this goat freaks me the fuck out.
I literally quit the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great, man. Yeah, fantastic. I had another thought, but I've lost it now. So
I know. I'm sorry. That was my fault. But what's not my fault is my number one. And again, this is just of right now. It could be The Witch be number one later. But my number one, it's X. Has to
touche, Bubby.
Yeah, just with that movie, I was expecting one it gave me everything I wanted in that movie and what I expect that movie to deliver. But it also gave me more. And when you gave me more, I'm instantly going to love the movie much more. All the performances were great. Jenna Ortega was great. Even though I laugh every time going, I hate you all. And she turns around that corner and just gets blasted away. And speaking of blasted away, when frickin' Pearl shoots the gun and she flies backwards, finally we have a realistic approach to what would actually happen if somebody shot back up at just can't handle it. And then me at the end just doing this. Oh, I just love it. And the atmosphere is great. We talked about it is probably a Friday the 13th movie, but with characters we actually love. And in fact, we want to cheer for and who we want to survive. And definitely who stole the show was Brittany Snow as Bobby Lynn. You could just tell she had so much fun. And it's like she was just born to play that part. Kind of like with Megan Fox born to play Jennifer Check. So it's just absolutely great just to see everybody have such a good time. And this is kind of like, in a way, what Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what we wanted it to be. A little bit like with this. It definitely has Texas Chainsaw vibes. But X totally blew me away. As of right now, it is my number one movie of 2022. And I don't see it getting touched unless the Black Phone has something to say about it. Which that comes out next month. So I'm excited. Oh yeah, and somebody saying in the chat too that they cannot wait for. Oh yeah, that's Wolfman right here saying Nia Goth playing both roles was just excellent. Which I didn't know that until after the theater because I was asking Brad. I said, Brad, who played Pearl because she was really good. It's Nia.
That was fantastic.
It was one of those things where it was like you looked at Pearl and then you looked at Mia Goth. What was her character's name again?
Maxine.
Maxine, yes. You looked at Pearl and you looked at Maxine and you're just like, is it? I think it is. I'm not sure that it is, but I'm pretty sure that it is. And afterwards you're like, holy shit, it is. And that's so cool. Like, that's so cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's like Tilda Swinton in Suspiria.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's like 8 different characters. It's like, is that her again? Damn it.
Or like A24's Man with freaking Jeffrey.
Yeah, Roy Kinnear and I was gonna say
Oh my God! And honestly, if nothing else, he did a great job with everything.
Oh, he was
so
fantastic.
Did Jesse Buckley, but yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that second half, Bradley, I'll tell you that for sure. But anyways, Making Movie C says, can't wait for Pearl. I can't wait either. I think Pearl's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
So that is it, actually. That is our top 5 A24 horror movies. Jesse, you have some time for maybe just a short Q&A?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So anybody in the chat, if you have any questions for Jess or for us, but I already know you're going to be asking questions to Jess. So if you have any questions for Jess, we'll be here for another around 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll wrap everything up. What do you guys want to talk about real quick while we're waiting on the chat?
I want to talk about how disappointed I am that I didn't have The Lighthouse on my own list for some reason.
I was surprised by that with as much as you talk about that movie.
You know, we just did the
anyone
review
ever
for
seen
it.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was, you know what? A horror movie in its own right. Has anyone seen The Death of Dick Long?
I can't say that I have.
No, it's A24. I watched this one maybe like a year or two ago, something like that, because I think it came out in 2019. Yeah, give it a go. You know, I say anything that comes out from A24 is worth a shot. So, y'all should give it a go.
One
It's
of
another
the-
interesting one.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Jess.
I was gonna say, like, I agree. It doesn't have to be like considered horror, like a ghost story, or one of my favorite ones that's not considered. I mean, I consider it horror. It was on my top 10 list, but it's more like psychological. Is Enemy?
Jake
Jake
Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much. I think it is just awesome. I love Denis Villeneuve as a director. With Arrival. Arrival is one of my favorite like sci-fi movies of all time. Probably like top
It's great.
2, 3. It's pretty perfect in my opinion. It's absolutely perfect. But Enemy, if you haven't seen that one, I would highly suggest it. I think it's really fun. It does have an ambiguous ending. It's really weird, but
I was
really
just about to say that ending is a lot to unpack. I remember seeing it and I was like, that's another one where I was like, what? Like I had to go read about that. I was like, I don't understand. I'm too dumb to pick up on it, so I had to go back. But yeah, I agree with you on that. That one's shot really like the palette they use there. Everything's like washed in yellow. It's super cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
So, no, Danner, dadgummit, man. Can I just talk about how much I hate giraffes? You can, but like giraffes are mystical creatures, so like go. You're free to let your rage just go out on all on giraffes. Because I know his favorite movie scene was on The Hangover 3, the beginning of
Danner,
that.
you ever consider what it might be like to be a giraffe with a sore throat? Damn.
You got to think about these things, man.
Before we get any more trouble, Flopbuster, I just saw him pop up here. What's going on, man? He has a show coming up like about an hour and 15. So he says, love The Lighthouse, and our Pats beats the ever-loving shit out of the sequel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tis bad luck to spar with a girl.
Oh, my God,
Yeah.
dude. That scene was crazy, too. And, Haley beat me just to it because I was going to mention it while we were waiting for some questions in the chat. Are y'all excited for Bodies? I'm nervous about it. Like, I'm still going to go see it day one, but I can just tell that it's not what we call I'm the attended audience. I don't think the movie is going to go towards me, but I'm still going to go see it just because it's A24, and A24 earns that right for me to go see it day one. So,
I'm
Jess,
cautiously optimistic about it. I mean, I'd say I'm excited, but I don't know. I'm kind of the same way. It could go either way. It could be. I could be pleasantly surprised, or it could be dog shit. Either one.
Yeah, like that's why I keep at low expectations. So if I do like it, like bam, there we go. Jess, what do you think about Bodies?
I'm really excited for it. I know it's like, the audience. I don't know. It's really different than what A24 usually does, right? I feel like their movies are more targeted towards film lovers across the genres, and this one is very specific towards like Gen Z, like the younger generations, right? And I'm kind of like right at that cusp, but also to where I watched the trailer and that's what my friends would act like if you put them in a horror movie. So I don't know. I think it's going to be really good, but also like cautiously optimistic. We'll see, but I'm really excited for it just because I think it's going to be like funny as hell and really bloody. So I couldn't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah, and it just like I love the idea of the movie that they're going for about a game that where it turns deadly. Like that is very strong.
Or everyone's played that game in like some sort of like different capacity, right? Like so it's kind of real too. It's cool.
Yeah, and yes,
Yeah,
Corey, that is Pete Davidson.
Yeah. That's I'm not the biggest Pete Davidson fan, honestly. He's fine and so. Well, I feel like he just plays the same character. It's not that I mean his stand up and stuff is funny. He was great on
What
SNL.
about Leo,
but I feel
Chris?
like
He plays the same character.
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
How the
Get
fuck
out of
do you
town,
figure
dude.
that?
Sometimes
Yeah,
he
dude.
does. Sometimes he does. Not all.
I mean, he's not as diverse as
Jack
somebody
Dawson
like,
is
let's
not
say,
the same
Tom
as the
Hardy
dude from Wolf of Wall Street, dude. Get out of
or
town.
The Revenant.
Yeah, or the Revenant.
What
for that
about
matter.
Rick fucking Dalton, man?
Yeah, Rick
Yeah,
Dalton's he's
yeah,
a
and
legend
there's
of his
the other-
own.
There's the other trouble that I have with it. Like Haley says, yeah, he plays himself, and I think that's probably what I don't like that much. But yeah, I think it could also really work. It seems like it's fairly self-aware, you know. Like I think maybe it's going to poke fun of itself a little bit, and if that's the case, and it's done right, then it could work and be fun.
Yeah, like it gets compared to Scream, so that's what I always hear about. Bodies. It's like it's like the new generation of Scream, but different.
It looks like it's gonna be fun. I think. I think the
Sorry.
the vibe that it showed in the trailer and everything looked like it's gonna be a fun time. Good comedic stuff going on with the slasher, kind of element or whatever. Like it just looks like it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious about it at the very least.
Yeah, something that like I really appreciate with A24 movies that they've been doing lately, as compared to like I'm as excited about it as anybody else. Like The Black Phone, I feel like I've seen the whole entire movie. Like
Yes.
and trailers like Bodies, and Men especially, you only get bits and pieces of the movie, and you have no idea what's gonna happen, right? Like no idea. We have nothing to go off of based on like the killer and Bodies. But like with and I don't want to call it Blumhouse, but like larger production companies that put out movies like this, we get like 3 different 2 to 3 minute trailers, and it's like, what else do you need to put in there? I feel like I've seen it already.
Like Halloween every time.
Yes, yeah, God.
Halloween kills. Damn you! So hopefully Halloween ends. They learn from Scream. That's all
they
I
won't.
hope for.
I would
yeah,
I
they're
would
gonna-
hope that Halloween Ends would learn from Halloween and whatever the hell the newest one is. Evil Dies Tonight. Halloween.
Evil Dies Tonight.
Honestly, they should have titled it "Evil Dies Tonight."
Did they kill again?
Yeah, we're not even going to get into that. We've been through Halloween Kills so many. I mean, just hear me out though, okay? This is the hot take. Do you remember the scene in Halloween Kills where they come outside the bar and we're expected to believe that maybe Michael Myers is just sitting in the car like jamming 80s music, and then he proceeds
The
to
Italian
run,
music.
It's like opera, dude.
Italian, yeah, the opera, yeah, and then he just gooses it out into the street, directly into a telephone pole. And maybe, there's a big suspense moment. Maybe it was Michael in there. All I'm saying is maybe if the door falls open and then Michael Myers falls out and he was just sitting there like jamming to opera, it could have fixed everything for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing as like people like chasing around this 4'5" guy around the hospital thinking it's Michael
yeah.
Myers.
Oh, I know.
Oh
He's
my
like-
gosh,
He's like,
with the hair.
he's like
Yeah, for
300
45 minutes.
Yeah, like 275 pounds, and he's round, kind of like looks like the freaking big one. And they're like, "Well, wait a minute, Michael looks awfully different." Nah, just ignore it. Evil Dies Tonight. Let's get this.
That was the stupidest, man.
So
Kevin comes in here, has a weird low-key feeling that the Black Phone is going to be connected to Sinister.
Ooh.
My man, that would be freaking legendary. Maybe a prequel showing it.
It does
make
have
it,
sinister vibes.
and
same
it's
director.
Scott Derrickson, so it's the same
Yeah.
writer, director for Sinister, and I am a huge fan of Sinister. And Ethan Hawke. I mean, the man just does great work, especially in horror movies. So I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be
Yeah, he's been
freaking
branching
dope,
out a
dude.
lot here. Like between this, like in the Northman, I feel like he's really doing some different stuff here lately. I mean, he's a great actor either way, but I just feel like he's choosing like these really strange projects.
He's
Well,
choosing
he was
great
so good in
roles.
Sinister.
Yeah, but I mean,
Like-
yeah, he's killing it. Yeah, he was great in the Northman. I just wish he had been in it a little longer.
He was so good
but-
in Sinister, and I thought that the First Reformed. He's a big reason why like that's near the top of
God,
my watch list too.
Dude, it's so good. Jess,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen First Reformed?
Maybe.
It's Ethan Hawke, and he's like the head of a church, something of a church. He's like the I'm not sure if he's like the pastor or the something of the church there. And then he kind of gets tangled up with Amanda Seyfried's character, and he goes off the deep end or something. It's really a great movie. Honestly, you take it, watch it, Brad, sometime soon, so you can see if maybe it could have fit in here as it's a horror movie.
Okay.
I have a question. Okay, Ethan Hawke. This is a movie I've watched recently, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a sci-fi movie, and it's him that plays like a special agent that like goes forward in time, that can like hop between different times, and it has like a really big plot twist. Maybe I just sound crazy.
Wait,
And I
Luke-
need to, like, look it up.
This is
Looper?
you're talking about you're thinking about no, he's
No.
not in that. That's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You're thinking of Jet Li in The One.
No,
No, I'm kidding.
okay,
Oh,
I was
man.
like,
When I think of
Ethan
him as
Hawke-
a special agent, I think of Lord of War with Nicolas Cage, but that's definitely not. There's no time travel there. I don't know. I haven't seen that one. I don't think.
I'm looking here. Precedentation or
What?
predestination. Sorry, that's what it's called. I can't read the first
predestination.
name.
Predestination. That's
Yes.
what I'm talking about.
I have not heard of that.
It's
It
good?
is interesting. Yes, Kevin got it too. Predestination. It's weird. And like I can't tell if I liked it or not, but Ethan Hawke is fantastic in it, and it has a plot twist that you will never see coming like ever in your life. So if you like want something trippy or like sci-fi with Ethan Hawke, I would give that one a watch and let me know what you think, because yeah, that one like knocked me on my ass.
I just put it on my watch list, so I'm definitely going to give that one a go.
You just
Great.
made the list.
Yeah, just made the
Oh.
list.
Hey,
So,
Gory said Galactica. I think he's thinking of Gattaca. That came after Galacta.
Galacta.
Hell yeah, Gory.
Hell yeah. So
yeah, Gattaca with Uma Thurman.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a good one. There was no time travel. It's just super weird. That was like late '90s. It's an old movie.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say with the Black Phone, I actually learned this when I met Tom Savini for like a minute because he was high off his ass when I talked to him. Apparently, he did the mask for the Black Phone, like the mask that Ethan
Ooh.
Hawke wears. Yeah, so like I was like, that makes sense coming from Tom Savini, like because it looks so damn good.
Yeah, it looks good. It's super creepy.
It's
Mhm.
creepy.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Hey, has that movie been delayed because of the pandemic and all that? I feel like it was
Yeah,
supposed to come out like 2 years ago.
the
right?
global, or it's supposed to come out earlier this year in February, I think, but the Global Bastard pushed it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
something.
I feel like
did.
I've been watching trailers for that forever and reading.
Yeah, I haven't
reviews
seen the
and things.
newest trailer because I've already saw what I wanted to see. I don't want anything else spoiled for me, so that's why I
Right.
didn't watch the second trailer.
I have heard really good things about it from like pre-screenings and stuff. People really are liking it.
Oh yeah, it's got great
Now-
reviews too.
Correct me if I'm
'cause-
wrong, but is it not based off like a graphic novel or a?
It's based off a book. I was gonna ask.
Oh, it's just a novel.
Any
Yeah.
of
I
y'all-
just forgot the book.
I think it's by Joe Hill. I've Stephen King's son. I've read a lot of his other stuff, but I have not read that one.
Nice.
But all his other stuff is good. He has that Nosferatu show on AMC with Zachary Quinto playing the Christmas
Awesome.
character, Christmas Land, and all that, which is
Hmm.
fairly creepy. Not a bad show, really.
Christmas Lloyd.
Yeah, that's exact. Yeah, Christmas Lloyd Christmas. He's playing all those.
Oh man. So chat, any last questions we'll answer. We're about to wrap up here in a minute. So what we'll do is we'll just say what's coming up on the channel with us, but of course we want Jess to go first. So Jess, is there anything you got coming up on your channel, like a 1K subscriber celebration video or any future ideas for the channel?
Not off the top of my head. That 1K was kind of a surprise today, so I need to plan something. But yeah, I mean, I kind of just take it day by day, take it as it comes. I still work a full-time job and it takes up a lot of my time. But this is really my passion, and I really love just sitting and talking with other people who appreciate horror and just movies in general. So again, really appreciate you guys. This was super fun. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. And quick question, I just thought about this. We've been talking about horror and A24 and all that. What's your favorite non-horror movie?
Oh, my favorite non-horror movie? That's really tough. I can give you my favorite recent non-horror movie, and it,
Go for it.
it actually is like A24 too. It's Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I've been hearing so many good things about it.
Probably the best movie I've seen in a while, but just because of like some of the relationship stuff, mother-daughter is really resonating, and it's really emotional. So I love it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to catch it out because I'm keep on seeing a lot of people give it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to watch this movie. So I might rate it here soon.
Yeah, please.
Guys, have you seen it?
I have not, man. I really wanted to go to the theater and see it. I was super intrigued by it, and then once it came out and it got all the love, I feel bad that I didn't catch it in theaters now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really great. So
same, yeah. I'm just, it's up there, man. I'm going to see it, but I haven't.
There you go. And then Wolfman, I know he is a big fan of it. So yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is the best movie of the last 5 years. That's what I've been hearing. So I'm definitely going to have to watch that soon.
He was up here. That shirt is really getting a lot of love.
I know. I've
Hell
never
yeah.
got a shirt that's.
I know, man.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
love it. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, and then you can get future Goodwill Hunting t-shirts available at www.goodwillhunting.com. Just kidding.
Bro, why do you keep doing it? He does this every time, and he has to follow it up with, just kidding, we don't have a website. We have merch.
Well, get us the 1K, and we might actually have a website, a Patreon, actual website. You might never know. Just get us the 1K, and we'll make that joke a reality. So, but I always try to throw that joke in there. But is coming up on Goodwill Hunting. First off, we did surpass 666 subscribers, so we thought it was fitting to do a horror trivia night, and we're going to have the final ghouls, and that's going to be Destiny, Mia, Victoria, and Winter going up against Goodwill Hunting and Flopbuster. With Tony and Gabe over at Flopbuster. We are very excited for that. And we did decide a date, and the stream is available so you can hit your notifications. That would be June the 26th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And what's also on June the 26th, Back from the Dead is the show that I do with Destiny, who you saw earlier in the chat. It's a show where we celebrate horror movie anniversaries, like integrals of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And we're going to do an action-packed episode of it for June with so many damn good movies to talk about. That is also going to be on June the 26th. And Brad, why don't you describe this little series right here?
Man, that's the Howl Scream review series we're looking forward to. All these lovely people are going to be joining us on a journey of reviewing all the Halloween flicks, and we're super stoked about it. Put a lot of work into that project last weekend, and really excited to show you guys what we came up with. And we got more to go, of course. But yeah, all these lovely people, we're all going to be doing our own reviews for the franchise, and this can be a lot of fun starting July,
July 25th, and June the 1st of next week is when we will release the official schedule for it. But speaking of behind the scenes,
what is it, Bernie?
yeah. Had to get that freaking bald cap, and it's the one video where you fucked up too.
Yeah, I know.
I messed that video up, but just to finish it out, We got other things in the works, but we just haven't decided dates. Once we decide those dates, that is when we'll talk about those particular videos. But next week, we can guarantee you a Slash It Out episode of X versus the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. This is going to be a special edition of Slash It Out because we know we picked something different for the wheel. But with the release of X on Blu-ray, we definitely wanted to do this matchup.
Right, you are, Ted.
Absolutely. Let me
He
check
calls
the
me
chat.
Ted.
He calls me Ted. Yeah, and looks like y'all hit 675. Yes, and then we are 50 subscribers away for 725, and that will be the next intended trivia night. So if you get us to 725, we'll get another trivia night going, and maybe we can even get Jess to participate in that trivia night if you're down for it.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Woo.
So I think that is. Oh, what's going on, Cole? Just want to give you a shout out real quick.
Bonjour.
Welcome.
Bonjour. But yeah, so that is it. We are going to log out for the night. Jess, again, thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully you had a great first experience with your first ever live stream. I know we get a little crazy at times, had to break up an argument earlier between these two, but we still hope you had a good time. And we really do appreciate you being on this channel. And the door is always open for you if you ever want to come back.
Awesome. Thank you guys. This was so fun. I had the best time. So thanks. Really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. And again, congratulations to 1K subscribers. You truly deserve it. I'm glad I found your video when I was looking up X reviews and your video popped up.
Thank you guys. Congrats to you too. It's all well deserved.
Thank you so much. So with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and log out, and we will see you next week for the next Slash It Out. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.